Okay, so what I'll be doing, or at least starting with, is I'm going to be getting all these sills, the inner sills, all ready for paint, and I'm most likely going to try and blacken this edge off, and I might even blacken inside there, and then it'll just be white showing in there. But I've got the doors off the XG Ute, which were in a lot better condition than the Divvy ones. This one has got some surface rust. Lucky it's not all the way through. They'll come up alright still. Hey, Bella. I've ordered pins for the mounts, brackets, whatever you want to call them, hinges, sorry. And I'm going to be redoing all those. We've taken off that. These doors were totally complete and in pretty good condition. Got the mirrors. It's got all the Divvy malakis on it. This has been mucked around with a little bit. There's a bolt in there. I've got a couple other skins. This is a funny little screw they put in there. You obviously get different things like screw holes, but yeah, I've got maybe a couple sets of these trims. I think I've got. I know I at least got another set of trims. I haven't really looked at their condition too much. They came off the Divvy. I was just stripping it quick when I did that. But yeah, so what I'll be doing is today I'm gonna pull off the door cards. I've got all brand new clips to go on, but I'm gonna get these prepared for paint. So I'll be doing all the inners of the doors, checking the rubber seals and checking if anything needs a nice grease or clean inside here. They have two outlets on these doors to get rid of rubbish, one there and one there. I'm going to obviously check how clean they are in there and clean them out, and yeah, basically get the doors ready for inner paint. So then I can, once I do the hinges and get these all up in paint, I can then mount them, and then I'll do the guards of the same sort of way. Do the inners. I'll paint the inners probably black on the guards. You never see them again. And then I'll mount the doors and then the guards, and then it's just the outside bodywork that'll be doing, and then I can start closing off the interior and then start building the interior, because it's a bit hard with everything in the open with no doors. And yeah, I'll also be getting a nice brand new windscreen and getting that fitted, and I can start putting on them. I'm going to have a surveillance camera at the front of that one. And yeah, what are you doing, Bill? Puss, what's wrong? What's wrong? What are you doing? Yeah, little tucks. Easy boys. What you doing? You don't want him to go inside, are you? Yeah. She's an inside cat mainly. She likes the inside. Feels a bit more safe. She's a bit more sensitive. What are you doing, the bush? Yeah. Yeah. Just a little thing, if people don't know, these stickers, and I only put these stickers on all the panels when they're first made, just so you can identify if panels have been removed or replaced, damaged, whatever, or repainted. So these are a little thing Ford did to ID matching panels. Obviously mine's not going to have any of these stickers on because everything's getting redone, but that's what they do in Ford, and maybe other companies, I don't know, but yeah. And then you have, I think, your tyre specs, and someone's obviously put their service sticker there where I'm going to have a service sticker. I've ordered some blue and white ones, so they match in with Ford, and they'll go on my brand new windscreen. So when I first put the engine in and oil and water, I'm going to have its very first service update on the windscreen. This also came with the clips, came with your visor on the outside of the window. I'm contemplating putting these on. I'll see how I go. This one's in pretty good nick. It's one of the Aungers, if that's how you say it. But yeah, it's not in bad nick. It's hard to get these now. So it's not used as a Divvy van anymore. It's going to have Divvy van. Obviously a lot of things from a Divvy van on it, like the lights and sirens and everything, but you know, you still got to have comfort when you drive, and these are always good when you're driving along and you have your window down and wind doesn't blow straight in your face, or rain and stuff like that. So I don't know, I'm contemplating putting those on. You can easily take them off at any stage if you don't want them on. But yeah, these doors are in reasonable nick, and you know, get to removing all the door cards and do some videos on these. Here we go. Okay, so far I've just taken one skin off. I've ordered, what they have is these like little plastic lugs in there, and then there's a male piece that goes on the more inner of the door trim. So if you look here, most of the time these break off. So I don't know if you can see this, because I can't see it because I've got the sun on the LCD screen. Yeah, so a lot of these break and snap or aren't in there. They help hold the trim on. The other thing is to get the mirror off, you got the two screws here, and you got a small one there, and this whole thing, you just wiggle it a little bit and that will come off. Obviously needs cosmetic, nice black paint as I'm good at. Now to get the mirror off, and also you got to have the window down. You got to get this window down to get this off. The sponge is still pretty good in there, which is good. As far as I know, I'll let me muck around with this with two hands, and then I'll be back. Get the mirror out. Now, how did I do this if you haven't done this? So when the mirror's practically, where is it? It goes around this way, sorry. Right. So when the mirror's in there, like that, but in there, in that triangle, so yep, got it there. You pull this window slide rubber out, and there's one screw close to the top, and there's another screw hole there. So you pull that out and get to the two screws. So it's held in by those two screws, the single plastic cover, one where you can adjust it inside the car, and you've got the two outers. Now this guide metal rod for the window has to be pushed out just a little bit, but I literally turned the whole door over, so with the one that was in, and I literally bang bang with my hand, like butted it, because it's been in there for a long time. Yeah, well, normally they're in there for a long time unless they've been replaced, but yeah, you have to belt it, like without breaking it, of course, and it will come up and eventually come out. But you don't have to take the seal cover off. This will come off without that, even though these are coming off anyway. But that's how you get the mirrors out. So you got that single one, you get the single thing, and then that comes through as I showed just before. You got the two, and then on that rail that you see, you've got to pull the rubber out, pull this rubber off, pull it out, and then bring this even out a bit off the rail, so you get a good distance for it to literally come out this way. So I don't think I've seen a video on how you take XG, XF, XH mirrors out. XH should be pretty much similar, even though they got more of a rounder mirror, and they come out, and there's the mirror. So also is a good idea is with your screws either label them or stick them back where they originally were and tight enough so they don't fall out. And then she's ready. That's a complete mirror, ready to go back in, minus me doing my cosmetics on it, but at least that's a complete mirror. And yeah, so you see the glass inside now. Obviously they get dusty and dirty over time. I'll be then raising this glass so then I can give it a good jet wash inside and clean out if there's any gunk that block these main holes. And then I'll be checking how good the window goes up and down with the guides, whether they need not guides, but the mechanical side of things, whether they need some more grease or whatever. Obviously cleaning the whole door. Paint's not bad inside the actual door. Obviously it doesn't see much light anyway. But I've already got all these brand new clips, and then I'll be checking what door card will go back on. The best one will fit. So next I'll be taking off the outer trim, and then I might wait and remove these a bit after. But yeah, so next I'll be putting the window up, jet washing all inside, get any gunk that's down the bottom of these doors, and then go from there. But yeah, so what my next one is for sure is I've got to remove all the trim off that one. So I'll do one, do the next one, and so forth. Okay, see you soon. Okay, just finished off the 2 jet washed doors. They're reasonably pretty good on the inside. I'll just probably touch the paint up on the very inside of them. As I said, they don't get a lot of outside weather attacks, so most of the paint is pretty good. She's come up pretty well. I've cleared these ducts. There's a lot of mud that came out of these. I think it's lucky that I got to these doors when I did, because I think a few more years, maybe 10 years, and yeah, you definitely get signs of more like this. Lucky this is still just surface rust. I'll be able to use a steel drill brush on that. It'll still come up. That's all just surface rust, which is very fortunate. But yeah, overall, this is the first part of the reconditioning of the door, giving it another new life. So I'll let them dry now. They've had a really good jet wash. The other side, I don't know if you can see in this light. Yeah. Good windows in them. No jackal. I don't think there was jackal or even fine scratches. It's very good. They'd even come up well tinted, but no, they won't be tinted. You will not tinted these ones. Well, I have it anyway. But yeah, that's the doors all jet washed and cleaned, and we'll be getting into, once they all fully dry, I'll be getting into some steel wool brushing. I keep on forgetting what the painter's term for those steel wool things are. Scotch pads, that's it. Now I remember, scotch pads. So I'll get some scotch pad and just do a fine sand. Get them all nice and clean, then I'll have to remove these. Do them separately, painted, and then the new axles, or whatever they're called, yeah, they'll be replaced with some new bushes. But yeah, it's good to give them a nice clean. A lot of crap came out of them over the years, especially when you're looking here, the very bottom, it's like a very tight edge, so I jet washed heaps in there. I'll also get in there with some hand wash and soap and everything to really scrub them out. And there's like parts that were still a bit too greasy for the jet wash to get to, so they'll be coming off with some Tripsol or something like that, degreaser, something. So yeah, that's where I'm up to. Yeah, I've got 4 pins for the doors, 2 on each. Look at my trusty doors. So these ones, they wear a lot on the insides here. So as far as I know, you just, there's a little circlip in there. Got to belt that out, and then pretty much it's belt the pin out that way. The pins seem to go opposite, so the locking part of it faces up, and on the bottom it faces down, so you can always know which way your pins are going. So the flat part of the pin that comes out is on the inner, going towards the inner of the doors. So I'll take those out now, and I won't be putting them straight back in because I want to clean up and sand around and get rid of all that other rubbish prior to getting it ready for undercoat, and get rid of this surface rust that's on the bottom. What they also have on these doors, I might have mentioned it on one of my other door videos, they have these exit parts which inside the door they can get blocked up with a lot of dirt and mud. So I've jet washed all these out, so these are nice and clean. And it's just a matter of always washing down the side of your sills and letting this always drain out to keep that mud out of there from then getting surface rust areas and stuff like that. It's not all the way through, I've already looked, but yeah, there could have been mud on the other side of the sill and then it just gathers and gathers. So took a bit of jet washing on this one to get it to where it is. But yeah, I'm going to start ripping off these hinges and getting this door ready for, I'm going to do the undercoat of the inners, and then I'll get the Divvy van in the actual door frames, and I'll get those sanded in undercoat, and then top coat, and then I'm going to be putting on these doors. So that's what I'm doing so far, so I'll get these pins out. Okay, so taking those hinges off, which are in my bits bin, not that I'm throwing them out, so they need a fair bit of cleaning up. Yeah, so they're held in by, these are like a little circlips. So you take those off and you can easily, what I used is just an extension ratchet square tool, just the extension ones, and then just pretty much just belted it, and they eventually, they came out pretty good. So I'm going to use wax and grease remover and then just clean up all around here prior to scuffing it all up. As you can see, it's got a fair bit of dirt and filth in there. So I'll get onto that now. Let's go. This is one of the hinges, and I'll just put the new plastic pushers in. So next we'll be putting them on the door. So what I've done is just with the wax and grease remover and obviously a rag that's does the cleaning and drying. So I've done one, and you can see how good you can even just get just one, that's purely without sanding or anything, to what it would have looked like. So that's the one right next to it, and this is the one I just cleaned. So prior to scuffing it up and getting it ready for paint, yeah, you can get them looking pretty clean as is. And you also never see this part again once it's right in. But do a good job, and know that you've done everything. Shush chickens. I always seem to want to be vocalised when I'm talking. Yeah, it's good to do 100% job, or at least 90. But yeah, so that's a bit of cleaning just with wax and grease remover. Okay, so the doors are all finally sanded now. They're prepped and ready for undercoat. But my next part I'm first doing is the inner door sills. That way the inner of the door and the actual door will have been done. So pretty much doing all the inners. Go all the way around and up. And that way, once I put all the panels back on, all I have to do is concentrate on sanding and spraying the outside when that's done. So here we go. Okay, all the parts are in undercoat. That's shine already. So I'm not going to go too far in because it's a bit squashy here, and yeah, they're in the drying stage. So I'm doing the sills, like I said before. I'm doing the inners. I'm not doing the whole complete door. The paint is pretty good on the inside because it only has door cards on it anyway. Just needed a wax and grease remover and it was pretty clean. I'm going to have to look up and see if I can get the plastic that goes across there and recover it. But yeah, the undercoat is beautiful. These parts, like, I've seen them in a lot of panel vans. This section just here is black, so I'm going to do the same. I'm going to, from here to there, I'm going to just have it black, and then all the door sill will be sprayed white. And then the other side, not a huge amount of room in here, but it's doable. Very happy, and tomorrow I'm going to be putting the top coat white that I've got. So yeah, that's what we're up to so far. Okay, top coat is on and drying. It's practically touch dry, but she looks pretty smick. Very happy with the results. It's a little bit dark in the shed, but she looks pretty good. I am over the moon with the results, but very good. Got a couple of slight runs, but not too bad overall considering the weather, and not in a spray booth. But yeah, nah, can't go wrong with that. And I've got the hinges over near the bonnet. So yeah, I'm gonna start putting them together very soon. Okay, I've got both doors on, as you can see over there. Boy, some doors are freaking mongrels to adjust, but it's on. There's always a bit of a click on these when you put them on full door. I'm still going to leave these doors open a fair bit just to make sure she really hardens. And let's go around here. There's the other door. It looks great. Looks brand new on the inside, old on the outside. So let me just get on this side for a second. So oops. So I've done all the sills, even the inner ones. Pretty happy with that. So that's the doors on, and some rubbers, of course. Just close that and then bring it back open again. Come on, but yeah, so both doors are on now. Great news.